And he chose the 4 car to push down the straightaway rather than making it 3 wide. Man.
He pushed the 4 right past the 11 of Denny Hamlin.
That's so frustrating for Denny, and he'll have to go back to work. Oh, crash!
Into the wall hard. And Austin Dillon, for the 2nd time, around in turn 1, this time a hard contact.
Yeah,
that wall and fire under the hood.
It was a hard lick. The car got turned around, 3 wide down into 1. That's Austin on the inside, and oh, Austin's in the middle. Just comes down the racetrack into the 45 of Reddick. I'd like to get another look at that. It almost looked like Austin didn't know he was there, but right, that was just the first glance at it. Here we go. Yeah, I think he's expecting maybe that Reddick's going to be lower on the racetrack. Yeah, that's 2 guys going for the same piece of asphalt. Used to be teammates at RCR. You see the contact now, and now Austin just along for the ride. There's nothing he can do. Locks it down.
Big run by that 3 on 4 tires. Look out, here it is.
He's there on Kyle Larson. Austin Dillon bobbles just a little bit.
Oh, now he's on the outside. Chastain's got him.
4 wide.
Oh, they're wrecking. Unbelievable. Did the caution come out?
They get the white? No.
Caution before the white.
Caution. We will line up and do it again.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
All those guys going for it coming off of turn 4. Austin Dillon looked like he was in the perfect position.
Well, he was.
He was.
Right now, 3 wide on the bottom, shoots to the bottom of the 4 tires, goes for broke. Larson didn't seem coming. But when Larson didn't get up in front of Chastain, that's when I think all the trouble happened. I still thought Larson was okay, Jamie, if he would have got up in front of the 1 and utilized that push. When they got 3 wide, it was actually 4 wide by the time they got off and just...
Well, it looks like Austin Dillon came up a little bit, not knowing that they were 3 wide there, that Chastain was to the outside of Larson and got hooked and turned to the outside wall.
Big push down the back straightaway. He might bail right here. He's there. He's going to the inside. Oh, not much you can do there, but Gibbs is going to get some help. His teammate, Christopher Bell, the 20 car on the outside, Rick.
Yeah, the back end.
Oh!
Oh, into the wall hard goes Ryan Blaney off the nose of Ty Gibbs, and the big one happens behind him.
And it brought so many people into it. Look at all these cars. Good race cars, big impacts.
Now, only 6 cars have gone through already. Look at how many cars involved.
Oh, sorry, let's see how it starts. Bad pushes start so many of these wrecks right there.
I'll be honest, I was watching that 54. He had a little bit of a wiggle before the push. If we slow it down, I saw that car just wiggle just a little bit before. It's hard to tell right there that there's like a little bit of a kind of a move where the car looks like it's getting uncomfortable and out of control. Massive.
Huge hit.
Massive
Ryan
hit.
Blaney.
You saw that wall. That wall deflected, did a great job. But look at all the damage. That is a massive impact for Blaney.
Safer barrier has styrofoam behind the wall. And he hit it about as hard as we've seen someone hit a wall here.
Blaney went to move up, make a pass. Byron blocked him. Got him really.
Oh, Byron Blaney
turned
into
around.
the wall.
Kyle Busch.
And just like last year, Blaney gets caught up in the big one.
Looks like he's getting out okay. Saw it coming. He made the move. Byron made the block, and it just got him stacked up behind him and started tank swapping, and it was gone. It starts with the Blaney behind William Byron. He goes to make a move. Byron with a big block. Watch this. Kind of a late block. Got him stacked up. Went back to the bottom. Side draft, and then
Oh,
just stacked him up behind him.
Kyle Busch got into the back of the 24 and turned him sideways.
And did Brad Keselowski get into the back of Kyle Busch?
Tore up a lot of good race cars, Clint. Man, you hate to see that in these qualifying races.
Yeah, Keselowski, as you mentioned, he was right there in the middle of it as well. See.
Yeah, and I think this is going to start with this car right here. Blaney's going to pull up.
Yeah, but
and what's going to happen here is Brad Keselowski's into the back of the 8, you can see the flames coming out of Kyle Busch's car, trying to keep from getting into the back of the 24, but the 6 is pushing Kyle Busch so hard that he can't get checked up. You saw the flames come out of the pipes.
Doesn't take much. That movement, as soon as he moved and made it, it was kind of a late block, but it was still a good block. And when Blaney went back down to the bottom, it just stacked them up and they run them over from behind. You saw them all lift, just like you said. Flames tell all sign when they come out of those pipes.
Always shocked. Ross Chastain being aggressive out there. Certainly has a very good car. He told Phil Surgeon, his crew chief, a moment ago, you made me tighter. That's allowing me to make moves. You see him ducking out there when they go into the corners. He also made a very interesting point. He said, I feel
crash. 19's going to go around. He'll collect the 1. 22 of Logano also in it.
Stay up there.
Lots of cars. Look at the 5 of Larson there.
McDowell comes back up in front. He'll tag another car. Kyle Larson in it also.
Big damage for the 3. It was interesting, guys. Like there was a wreck, and then it almost continued farther along than I expected with Larson and a couple other cars.
Yeah, the 1 car was pushing the 19 right there off into turn 1, and the 19 was a little bit uncomfortable in the front stretch, just entering the corner.
Rolling to turn 1. The 1 car is on the outside. They make contact, and around Truex goes. It's just these cars. We've seen it over and over and over. You cannot push in these corners. If you get offset at all, it just doesn't work. Right there, the contact, and now Truex is along for the ride.
Yeah, Truex is out of the gas, uncomfortable. The 1 is just trying to wait on him to sort of gather it up and go, and eventually makes contact.
You see right here,
Martin's lifting right there. He's lifting. He's loose. The 1's like waiting, trying to say, go, come on, get it going. Eventually makes contact, and then everybody kind of piles in. Look at the 22 up in the air right there.
And the 3 kind of goes out of sight, but man, he gets turned to the right, and the damage on the right front of that car, it had to be a pretty big hit. We'll see if we got it from this angle right here. You're going to see the 19 spin, and then watch the 3. He's going to be on the left side of this traffic. He gets caught, I think, by the 34. So, right, the 34 gets hit by the 20. Here comes Austin Dillon. He's going to go out of screen, but as he goes out of screen, oh, I'm telling you, that thing turns right.
Boom.
Oh, yeah. There it comes back in. Man.
You have to wonder also, guys, we're talking about Ross Chastain offsetting to the right.
Wow.
To get more downforce, right? But how is that hurting Martin Truex Jr.'s car and how it drives? There's that big hit by Austin Dillon. That's just a massive hit. It's one thing, this car, the center section of this car is much tougher than the last car trying to protect the driver. That was a massive hit. You saw how big the safety barrier moved.
Watch the 3. We're going to be right on it when he comes into frame right here.
And Junior, this is the worst thing.
Oh my goodness.
Such a big hit.
Wow. Imagine this, if we didn't have that safer barrier there, that would have been.
What William Byron wants, side by side behind him.
Oh.
Bubba Wallace.
And Blaney into the wall with Briscoe.
Here comes a run. The 1 of Ross Chastain. You're going to have to block.
Oh, below the white line there by Christopher Bell.
They're racing side by side. Perfect scenario for William Byron. There's going to be a massive run coming off this 1 car. 4.
Byron top to bottom. Hugs that white line, drifts up and comes to the line. He wins it as Buescher, Haley have a hard crash into the wall. I believe that's Harrison Burton with them. At least 3 cars involved.
Couple of big hits.
Oh my goodness.
Whew, now I can take a breath.
Well, I think that's what Ross Chastain was talking about, whether or not Bell was forced below the white line or went below the white line to advance.
And NASCAR has judged that Christopher Bell drove below the double line, so he will be penalized to the tail end of the lead lap, and Ross Chastain will finish second.
And that's where the contact happened with Chris Buescher in the 99 of Suarez, and then it was an accordion effect behind him with Haley and Bubba Wallace.
And you saw Ryan Blaney run out of luck again, got tipped up into the wall. He will end up 18th today.
Oh, a big hit by Bubba Wallace. You hit with that passenger side or driver's side, even with the safer barrier, that is a big impact. So you see Chris Buescher goes to the inside, but he's got Haley on the inside of him.
Wasn't quite clear.
No, just 3 wide.
And Daniel Suarez coming down as that track, just that little curve there after the start-finish line, took those 3 cars out of play after the flag. Oh. I don't want to do this, but we're going to ride with Ryan Blaney.
Christopher Bell, Eric Jones up front. We're back under green here in stage 1 at Michigan. A lot of movement back there in the back, 2 and 3 wide. Pretty even. Oh, look at that. Guys getting checked up. Big contact back there. J.J. Yaley's around the 10, the 2, hard into the wall.
Oh, goodness. Kyle Busch involved, big damage on the 18 as well. This is the concern about pitting and losing track position, is the chaos on the starts. Huge damage to the Cindric.
That was a big hit. Massive hit. Austin Cindric drops the window right in frustration. Big damage to the 18 car.
High hopes. He's on that, career longest streak, not finishing inside the top 10.
It looks like the left front tie rod's broken.
Look, it's that white car right in the center. There he is, just in the middle of 3 wide. McDowell's going to check up and then see what happens from here.
Looks like he gets a little bit loose. He's trying to save it. More and more contact.
But the 10 spins up in front. I'm going to have to watch it again to see how the 10 spun around. Was it contact from the 15, Junior?
I believe a little contact with the with another car, not the 15, but move back here to the contact. Actually,
yeah, there you go. Right.
10, 15 gets him right there. And getting overcorrected into the wall head on by the 2. That's your worst nightmare, I think, in a race car. It's being turned head on into the wall like that at such a high speed. Even though they're on a restart here, not full speed, these are still tremendous hits for these guys.
Look at Ty Gibbs.
Oh,
safer barrier move.
That safer barrier, big move. See how effective that is. Chase Elliott and that 9 car, the green car, did a great job avoiding that impact. It's all go down there. See the 15, J.J. Yaley moving around. Then they're all trying to miss it, getting into each other. Watch Chase Elliott. Makes a hard right there to miss Harrison Burton.
Brakes, that's not it at all. On the gas, off the gas, and then if you think you have a hole, you kind of gun it to try to get through the wreck.
Yeah, great way to get in the wreck is just jump in the brakes. And then you don't have control of the car anymore. Oh, look at that. It's just head on for Cindric.
I mean, the airbox came off the front of that.
Cautions, precautions, and we've had a hard wreck today in the first stage here at Michigan.
Beat that one car.
Yeah, now he's going after the 1.
Yeah. Because he has to. That's for the lucky dog spot.
Yeah, Joey probably waved to him and said, man, I'm not going to be a part of this. Too aggressive, too early. Let's watch Joey.
Let's watch his.
Oh, somebody loose on the bottom, spinning out. Up the racetrack, contact.
Hard into the 14 to Chase Briscoe. Daniel Hemrick, Chase Briscoe, and it looked as if Hemrick got turned from contact.
Yeah.
Oh, Chase Briscoe won last night across the street in the United Sprint Car Series.
You're on fire, Chase. You're on fire. Just stopping it out.
Hard hit.
Chris Buescher.
That was a down into turn 3. The 16 is going to get turned onto the apron, and with this rack of pinion, he lifts. Something was wrong.
I think something broke on that car. Flat tire, something. He definitely lifted right into the bumper of the 3 at Austin Dillon.
And you saw Chris Buescher get involved with heavy damage as well to the 17.
So watch this car slow down. Look, he's slowing down. He's lost power or something. All those guys behind him have nowhere to go. Now up the track, quick, speedy, rack and pinion steering. He gets behind on the steering.
Let's ride with a 16 here.
And let's listen, see if we hear anything that'll wrong.
Blowed up.
Blowed up.
Yeah.
Sure did. Right in front of them. Couldn't be any worse. Leaving them nowhere to go, getting into 3. Horrible timing on that, but you knew, you saw it, right, Dale? You called it.
Let's ride on this 14 car. Watch right side of your screen during this contact. Watch what the driver goes through at Talladega.
He's by 4 to his help. By 1 to the 34. Check up, check up, check up, check up. Stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. We're wrecked.
Violent stuff inside the cockpit.
Is it too early to go off of 2, Dale?
Quarterback.
Too soon. Remember what the start-finish line is. Way down.
That's right.
Turn 1 and 2.
Byron's to the outside.
29 times this race has been decided by a last lap pass.
Oh, Kurt to the outside. That's going to slow down this one.
Now watch the momentum with the 1 car.
Too far out. 3 back.
Kyle Busch.
He's out of long ways. Here comes a run with the 5.
Kyle Larson, big push. Does it go to the outside?
Gonna have to. Here he goes.
And he's in the wall.
Opens the door up for the 1 of Ross Chastain.
And on the outside, Kyle Larson added. Oh my gosh.
How about you?
Ross Chastain. Ross is the boss of Talladega.
Ross just kept it straight. Everyone else went everywhere.
Well, he was able to. The 5 move, making that move to the outside, getting the big block by Eric Jones. Got him doubled up on the outside. How about this? Trackhouse Racing in victory lane again this season. They were 1 corner away from being 2 in a row.
It's a Cinderella story for Trackhouse, the year they're having.
Wow.
Holy cow! Yeah!
Bubba Wallace coming out of his car.
Busch pulled the 1 car off of the 5. That gave opportunity for the 3 car to get on the 1. Here comes a huge push to the 5 of Larson. What's he do with it? He goes for it, gets a massive block, as you knew you would. Almost turns Kurt Busch and everybody else. Open the door up for Ross Chastain to win the race.
And
Talladega,
Jones,
baby.
Eric Jones went up to block, made the right move, but ended up 6th.
Great car, great job by him. Just wasn't his day. Had to make the right. You knew the run was coming. You heard his spotter tell him, don't get too far out. Well, it's too late now. Yeah. I got to go.
4 wide at the finish. Austin Dillon finishes 2nd. That's the 3 car finishing 2nd 2 days in a row here.
Even here.
Cindric can't get too far out.
Coming to turn 3 where it all came undone last year on the final.
Briscoe's out. He can't get to the
Austin Cindric, whose grandfather won the Indy 500 as a car owner. Cindric is going to bring them to the line way up high to block Ryan Blaney, and at the line, Cindric beats Bubba Wallace by half a car length, and they crash going into turn 1.
This race never disappoints.
No, it does not.
And David Reagan found one he couldn't miss.
Austin Cindric, the winner of the Daytona 500.
If you remember in the pre-race, he said a rookie and the 2 cars never won.
Holy cow's right, kid. You just won the biggest race of your life.
23-year-old Austin Cindric by Kyle Busch. They have lost touch there with Keselowski on the outside. Bubba Wallace gives Blaney a push. Here's Briscoe with a big run on the outside.
That was the big run.
They come up to block.
Pushed Ryan Blaney right there. Huge run on the outside and a massive block by Austin Cindric to win this Daytona 500. If he didn't make that block, Ryan Blaney wins this race.
Exactly.
Outing door 23 is getting the push. On you. 23 push. Brad has no help. You're clear. 23 no help. All clear. Whatever you need. Brad's getting no push. Top now. Go to half. Just doing him. Top of 3. Nope. Somebody's saying it. Keep it up the wall. Keep it a wall. Check up. Keep up.